Did your friends forget about you when they got attached? Today, we're not gonna lie.
Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of NGL People, where we talk about things in life that matter. My name is Zeleny.
I'm Natasha.
And today we're going to talk about losing our friends to marriage. It's interesting because, right, suddenly you will see a lot of changes in our attached friends' social media. You know, like they start posting a lot of like date photos. Maybe in our conversations also, they will start talking a lot more maybe about their new relationship. And, you know, there's a very real tension of wanting to be happy for them, but at the same time also trying to navigate you know, things like closeness, things like frequency. And today we really want to dive deep into all these things. So we have two very special friends here with us today that actually went through all this multiple times, but yet maintain very rich and deep friendships with their close friends over the years. Okay, and we would love to hear their stories. So why don't you introduce yourself to our listeners?
Hi, I'm Marcus. I'm a two-time groomsman.
Hi everyone, I'm Faith and I'm a 2x2 bridesmaid.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, got competition here, yeah?
Yeah, I'm quite a competitive person.
Well, actually, that's a real mark of a really good friend, right?
It's true.
Like, when your friends entrust you with such an important milestone of your life.
Yeah. And I heard that Marcus only got 2 friends, so it's 100% hit rate.
Wow, Marcus, you're 100% good friend, eh?
On the bright side of life.
Yeah.
2 out of 2. Yes.
So, like, share with us how did you first feel, or what were things like in your friendship, right?
I was happy for them. It's just that I'm aware that they are going into this direction where they are like pursuing a relationship and yeah, there's someone significant other in their lives also. See you like your bros lah, but I've got one bro that he wants me to, can you be a good host to my partner? Because I think all of us know each other, but the partner is like new. So
Right.
we try to be hospitable, make her feel welcome and
So
stuff
there
like
was
that.
an expectation to have to hang out together.
Kinda, but also like I think because we have a bros chat, so
Without the girls.
Now
so
the
we
girls know.
yeah.
So y'all have 2 different meetings. Y'all still kept like the 3 of y'all together.
Yeah.
And then sometimes there will be the addition of
Yeah.
the bigger group meeting.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll ask you a bit more about that later
Sure,
on.
sure.
Yeah, Faith, how about you?
Sure.
How was your experience like adjusting to this new addition of new person?
Yeah. I think for me, okay, so for girls, right, even before the actual attachment, them being attached happens, yeah, I think we will have already gone through like 20 episodes beforehand of how it happened.
Yes,
Yeah. So it's like, okay lah, when it actually happens, I'm not surprised because I've heard about everything. So I think when it happens, like I'm not caught by surprise. Yeah, and actually I'm very happy for them. So the initial part is like very good lah. Yeah. But I think over time, as more and more of my friends get attached, right, then I realize the whole nature of our combos change. Yeah, so last time maybe like one whole group, 5 people, right? So if one person attached, then everyone will be super excited for that person.
True.
Then it's like a very fun combo. Yeah, but slowly it's like, okay, if 1, then become 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Then suddenly it's like, oh, okay, like when I find myself that, okay, I'm now the minority. Yeah, then I think it's easy to feel like, oh, okay, I don't relate to their combos as much, especially because they progress in their relationship, right? So it's no longer about, just the love story.
Yeah.
But then it's even like, oh, they're thinking of this house and that house, and there's many different like laws and like grants, which I have no clue about. I'm like,
Gets.
Rights. And like, I mean, just try to understand, yeah. But I think in these kind of conversations, okay, feel a bit like alien. It's like, now it's like I'm an outsider in some sense lah, when they're having such conversations. Yeah, I think that's where a bit of that loneliness and comparison will set in also. Yeah, especially when more and more of my friends get attached. But then I have this one friend group, yeah, where, okay, initially it's like 6 of us, right? Okay, then one girl, she went to study overseas.
Okay.
Yeah, so 5 of us. Yeah, so 2 of them got attached to each other.
Okay.
Yeah, then the other 2 also.
Oh, so you really is you?
Yeah, then this is me.
Oh, then when you all hang out, like how is it like?
In this group, I'm actually close to all of them.
Okay.
Like all the both girls and both guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I hear the stories on 4 ends. Yeah, there's like 2 love stories like concurrently running.
You are the
since-
Wikipedia of love stories.
Although at times, like, because now I know the dynamics in a group, yeah, how everyone feels towards each other. So
You
it's
are
like
the one who sees it all.
yeah, it's like I can pick up those like subtle cues. Like for example, when you
yeah.
say a joke, then like who look at each other first? Then I'm like, oh,
Okay,
okay, then,
gravitate to each other.
yeah. Or it's like, you know, they like understand the joke, then they keep laughing. Then it's like, how come I don't understand this joke? It's just like, okay, I just don't get it. Then I realized that, oh, okay. I mean, I know they probably talk
Yeah.
beforehand, yeah. So
Yeah.
there are these moments also
Yeah.
where even though, yes, I really appreciate my friends a lot and their stories, yeah, but then I guess it makes me aware in these moments when there's these like subtleties
Yeah.
in how they interact
Mm.
yeah, with each other.
So in that sense, do you feel like you kind of had to deal with those feelings of like watching your friends get attached even before they got attached?
Yeah, actually, yes. I actually decided one day, yeah, to have an honest convo with my friend lah. Yeah, because I think at that point, okay, that point was slightly before they were attached actually, but before they were official. Yeah, so I think at that point it has been quite a few months. Yeah, that I felt a certain way. Yeah, maybe I don't feel like as belonged. Yeah, or I feel like either I'm less valued. Yeah, or sometimes I will even entertain thoughts like, oh, is it they want to meet up because they like want to see each other? Then I'm just like there. Yeah, so I felt like that wasn't very healthy for the
Yeah.
friendship because like these are people I care about also.
Yeah.
Then I
Yeah.
don't want to like think of them that way lah.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think for me, I remember it was still it was like during COVID. Yeah, and then like over Zoom. Then actually I don't know how it happened, but then I just like brought it up. Yeah, to my friend and said like, you know, actually I've been feeling this way. Yeah, and then
Wow.
I mentioned a few moments lah where, you know, let's say, okay, they seem quite close. Yeah, so I think, and especially in a group setting. Yeah, so I think I shared some of these moments where I felt like, oh, was I less valued as a friend? And we are still close. Yeah, but suddenly it felt like, oh, you know, there's this new guy also. So it's like, you know, has my place changed? Yeah, so I mean,
Yeah.
I had all these thoughts lah. Yeah, but I think,
Yeah.
and it was very interesting because I think when I shared with her, she was like surprised. Yeah, like she didn't know that I was feeling this way. Even though I thought like, you know, sometimes people can read my expression.
Yeah.
Okay, but maybe not. Yeah, so thankfully I communicated. Yeah, and then
Wow.
actually like, yeah, she was super kind about it. Yeah, she really just like empathized with me, like how I felt. Yeah, and I remember her like sharing with me how she wants to be a better friend. Yeah, and actually really since that day, like actually I didn't even feel for a moment, yeah, such emotions again. Yeah, because she will be like very sensitive. Yeah, towards me. Yeah, for example, okay, like example, it's just like when we're walking together, then she's like my boyfriend, and she will just like always stick beside me. Yeah, such that, you know.
So instead of walking with her partner, she
Yeah,
will
yeah,
come and
yeah.
talk to you, walk
yeah,
with you.
yeah.
I see.
Then I
Wow.
have to tell her like sometimes I just say it's okay like you can just hold his hand. Like I said like, I'm totally fine. Like I mean even though I really appreciate like no matter what, you know, she has to stick with me and walk with me so that I won't feel a certain way. But then I mean in that moment I also feel like I want to be a good friend to her lah. Or like if
Yeah.
me, her and the guy meet together, then they will like make it a point to make me kind of like the focus of the conversation. They want to know like how I am. Yeah. So
So it doesn't feel like you're crashing their date. lah.
yeah. In fact, I mean, I feel like I'm like the center of attraction. Like that.
Wow.
The guy is crashing your girl date.
Yeah. He
He's
says
the
that
third
quite
wheel.
often. Yeah. It's like even when we sit down, right? It's like I'm in the middle of them. Like you know, like the two of them is here. Then it's like I'm the one who is like in the middle.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think I'm quite blessed. Yeah. That
Yeah.
even though at the start, yes, I felt these ways, but I think like with the communication,
Yeah.
it really helped us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, she was just very sensitive.
Yeah, have you hung up with like, I mean, I'm sure you do lah, with your friends and their partners.
Yeah, I
Do
do.
you feel the same thing Faith felt?
I think for one of the couples, because I already know the girl like beforehand, so we are like friends also. So didn't feel like that lah. But of course, you understand the status change. It's not just your friend, but it's your brother's girlfriend. So she gets like a higher value, you know. You gotta like, I mean,
She got promoted from your friend
That's not
to
bad.
I mean, it's like
What's the difference?
no, because like your friend, like
Wait, you will treat your bro's girlfriend better than
Yeah
your
lah.
own
no,
friend?
right?
why
No,
ah?
but it's like you must think of it like you love your bro, right?
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
your bro loves this girl.
Remember the
so
bro
the girl
said
is
you
important
must-
to your bro. Then
You must be a good host. He has to be a good host.
you put on your like
Your best
your best host lah, right? I mean, you don't try to be not yourself, but you also just like you try to ask questions, listen, and
Get to know
get
her.
to know her. Yeah.
Have you ever felt like your attached friends expect you to become friends with their partners?
I mean, my friend asked me to be a great host. Yeah.
Host can
If
one
there's-
time,
If there's no expectation, I don't know what's that.
and he was very persuasive.
I mean, I wanted to do it lah, but it's like he push you, you better do it. You know, that kind of thing, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like okay, if you never do it, I'll still do it. But it's like
But now it becomes a task.
it's like now he grade you. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's one of his KPI for being a good
Yeah.
friend.
yeah, but
Fair. Do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, apart from that example lah, where you're
Your
friends
other-
with the guys
Right.
already.
Other
Yeah.
friend groups.
Actually, for me, not really. Yeah, like, cause I think a lot of like, okay, maybe it's a bit stereotyping, but like a lot of girl friendships, deep talks for like 4-5 hours.
Deep talks.
Yeah, so it's like if you bring a guy in, it's like, okay,
You're not
maybe
really in the room, man.
Yeah, the dinner becomes like 2 hours or 1.5 hours. It's like okay, just brief life update.
Then go home,
Yeah,
send long
then that's
text.
all. Yeah,
Actually, today I was hoping it would just be the two of us.
so then we need part 2. Yeah, so this one is like not enough. This is just like the starter. Yeah. So I think because they know like how the friendship dynamic is like, yeah, and a lot of my friends is the deep talk kind of friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we just continue the deep talk.
So y'all have never been in situations where your friend brings their partner unannounced.
No.
Oh, your friends are so
I will be
considerate.
so shocked. I will be like, whoa, where did this come from?
Because the nature of your friendships with your friend, right, is one-on-one.
Yeah.
Talk, like really catch up, not just on life, but like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
really emotionally reconnect, right?
Yeah. And actually,
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I feel like I actually don't mind like knowing their partners. Yeah, but then I feel like they should give me a heads up.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
time and place for that
Yeah.
as well, right? At least you would be able to readjust or know what you want to share or ask.
Yes.
Like need a hard prep lor. Yeah, cause then I will know that okay the dynamics is different or like okay I want to be a good friend to them also. Yeah, or even to their
Good
partners.
host, good host.
Oh yeah, good
That's
host,
the
good
word of the
host,
day.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
host.
actually, there's a difference between good host and good friend.
yeah, good
There
host.
is.
Right. I mean, that's why you
Yes.
ask this question, right?
Yes. So my personal stand is I will be a good host, but I don't feel like I'm obliged to become very good friends with your partner. But that seems to be the general unsaid agreement lah amongst me and my friends. So there's like at most an introductory meet.
yeah.
Like this is my partner. If they happen to vibe very well and they really like my partner and they ask me next time to bring him along, I would. But I wouldn't expect that because they've met him once, then I can bring
Yeah.
him
Yeah,
to any
yeah.
gathering I want lah. Yeah, so I feel to me the baseline maybe is communication and
Yeah.
having conversation. I think sometimes when you just bring your partner on your friends, maybe not the nicest lah. I feel.
I think like as like a single, right? Because just now you all shared about how you are happy for your
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also like there were a few questions that you had to wrestle with, right? You're not sure where your place is, or like the value also that your friend has on you. Yeah, I'm interested to know from Marcus's perspective as a guy, right?
Yeah.
Like, do these thoughts run through your mind, or like, did you have any other concerns, and did you bring this up to your friends?
I mean, I try to take it in the right perspective is also like getting to know their partner is also getting to know another part of them. Yeah, because they are like
Interesting.
they are one lah, and you gotta just roll with it and just like
It's like if so much of their life is intertwined,
Yeah.
then knowing this new chapter of your
Yeah.
friend's life involves knowing her also. is it?
yeah. But I mean, I just think
what
it's
do you
like
feel?
yeah, it's like their choice in their life. Everyone has their own choice, and they choose to pursue this relationship, and of course, it shapes a lot of who they are as a person. Yeah, but might not necessarily always be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Can you share with us like what are the changes you noticed after they got married?
I think the brotherhood, as long as the brotherhood is tight, intact, I don't.
So you're okay that the
Frequency.
form changes lah, as long as like in some sense the brotherhood remains the
Yeah.
same.
How do you know that you are still tight?
Wow, what a great question. I think honestly, you can't quantify brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
You must
You can't
then.
quantify
okay,
brotherhood.
I would say that like
Cool of the night.
we
Show
gotta
me.
like I mean we knew each other back before when they were attached, married, and I think that's when the friendship built up, and I think over time you trust them, and like
Wow.
so I think even like lack of frequency, I feel like they, like, even recently when we meet up, they ask about my life, and I don't feel like it. Maybe the frequency changed, but I don't feel the bond change lah. Like, yeah.
So the depth still remain,
Yeah.
even though frequency drop.
Damn deep, man.
But I feel that's
Unshakable.
quite a good point on friendship because
Yeah.
it depends on what is your highest priority in friendship, right? If your highest priority is like frequency, then I do know people who, let's say, we're very good friends and then you get attached and you have no more frequency for me, right? Then I just go and find another friend who can match my desired frequency, and then we end up doing life closer together for that
Yeah.
period of time.
Yeah.
But that's if my top priority is frequency, right? If my top priority is like that depth of sharing, then you would be in some sense a bit more okay to
Yeah.
like kind of adapt as
Yeah.
life changes because you are keeping this person in your life no matter what.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Okay, just saying like, cause now I'm attached and then married, right? I realized that, yeah, like I don't know, maybe because me and my husband are not like the very clingy type, like we don't like stick to each other. Yeah, cause we actually, in our schedule lah, like our calendar, right? We still meet our friends quite a bit. Yeah, so for him, right, he has like friends all the way back to like secondary school.
Wow.
Yeah, NS and stuff. Then like for me also, I'll also like meet my friends to catch up. Like, I don't know, they say like, okay, your husband should be like your best friend. Yeah, but I realized that there are some things that like when I share, right, like the way he responds is very different from how, let's say, my girlfriends would respond. And I realized I need both. Yeah, like I need like their support and you know their presence in my life also. So for me, right, like okay, maybe frequency might change a little bit, but I don't think it's because like I choose to spend time with my husband more than my friends, but it's just like, hey, I still want to meet my friends, you know. I still want to know what they are doing in their life, you know, if they're in between jobs, like I want to know like, oh, how's like the application going along. Yeah, so like I would still like want to meet them up. Yeah, and don't need my husband to follow.
yeah.
It's like I would still want to keep my friends. Yeah, but I think it's very interesting because I feel like as a single, it's quite hard, right? Like for y'all to initiate like the meetups with your married friends. I mean, like I always hear from my friends whom like their whole circle of friends, they're all attached, right? They don't really know how to navigate because maybe they feel like, oh, they need to give their attached friends like space. They're not sure like, oh, will they be a bit will they be a burden if they continue to share their life updates? Or maybe like on the other hand, right, they see that their friend who is attached stop sharing with them like real-time updates and they don't really know how to navigate like this change. Did y'all like
That's
go
a
through
real
this?
thing. After my friend got attached, actually I don't know anything about her life. Versus last time, like I'm one of the go-tos.
How do
Yeah.
you feel, Nata, when that happened?
I feel a bit forgotten. Like it makes me feel a bit like I'm sure the friendship was genuine, but it also makes me feel a little bit like maybe last time you needed me more, but then now that there's another person who plays that role, you don't need me really. Then that stopped, you know. But actually, I don't want to hear stuff just because you need me. I want to hear stuff because I'm legit interested in your life and I care, ma. So I did notice that happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you like do anything about it?
I have not yet. As in, just because as a person,
Why?
I'm not the most like confrontational. I roll with it like Marcus does.
Yeah, I'm not confrontational.
What does that
also,
mean?
right?
How do you roll with it?
I
No,
just
but-
accept that you share with somebody else now, lor. So what
What
Faith
would
did,
you-
right, is quite crazy to me. I
No,
would
yeah,
not.
when you
Right.
said
I
that
would
you
not.
initiated that Zoom, like
On Zoom somewhere. Like,
Was it hard?
because
Was
I
it
don't
hard
know
to-
how their lives you Zoom your friend.
Yeah, because fighting for friendship, I don't know when COVID will last. How long COVID will last, right?
Was it hard for you to bring it up?
yeah, like
Yeah, it was
Right.
really very hard.
But did you think about it like a lot of times
okay,
before
can
you do it?
Can you share with us like
Yeah.
what was difficult for you, and then after that, what made you push through that difficulty?
Right. Yeah, so actually, right, it was like cooking in my mind for like
Cooking.
many months already. Yeah, so it's like not a decision I made like overnight.
Do you
lah.
try
Yeah.
to
So I
manage it
think
first?
Yeah. So
Okay.
I think on me, I felt like to be a good friend is also to celebrate. Yeah, and to know that, you know, there will be some moments that you know, they are close and I feel something. And I think that's okay. Like it is normal lah. Yeah. So I was just trying to like place her above myself. Like I don't need it to be all about me. And friendship is not just all about me, ma.
Yes.
It's like two of us ma. Yeah. So I think for a very long time, that was just my mindset. Yeah. Because I've seen how those who get attached first, if their friends are not very supportive, I think it can be quite hurtful also. Yeah, like, how come I got this new thing in my life? You can't just celebrate with me and support me in it and know that I'm changing, I'm growing also. Yeah, so I was like intentional lah. Yeah, to not make her feel that way. Yeah, so I think, so it took me quite some time, like, to think about it. Yeah, but I think what made me push through, right? Okay, so this friend, I've known her, okay, at this point, I was like more than 10 years already. Yeah, so to me, it's like, wow, we have gone through like so much together and we have braved through all of this. So it's like, wow, cannot be just let one man, like kind of like ruin a friendship,
Come
right?
in between us.
So I think that's where I came from. Yeah, I think I treasured the friendship too much. Yeah, to let it drive a wedge between us. Yeah, and I feel it's more of like on my part. I know that if I start to distrust, it will be quite obvious. Yeah, whereas like, for example, I don't want to share that much with you anymore, or like maybe I'm not so excited to like meet you. Yeah, and I don't want her to feel that way also, because I actually do treasure. Yeah, so I thought, just talk about it and like see how it goes. I think if she responds well, all the more it proves that, wow, this friend is gold, man. I better keep her for my whole life. Yeah, but then okay, like if she never responds so well, then I want to hear from her point of view also. Yeah, so I think to me, no matter what the outcome is, I guess I had a response. Like, I knew how I want to respond. Yeah, so I think because of that, I decided to do it, which really no regrets at all.
Okay, so I have a question. I feel like hearing from the both of you, right? I think you have quite a wholesome experience when it comes
Your
to
friends
this
are very
topic.
sensitive.
Yeah, either your
So
friends are very
understanding.
sensitive, or even yourselves. I feel, Faith, you communicate with your friends very well. Marcus, I feel you take it in your stride quite well when the form of the friendship changes. But I'm sure not everybody's experience is like that, whether it is our own immaturity or our friends.
Yeah.
So, when we talk about this topic, right, why do you think people tend to feel like they might have lost their friends or been deprioritized when their friends get into a relationship? Why does that happen?
Okay, for me, like, I feel that, like, on Instagram, right? Like, usually when people post things, it's like, maybe their work stuff, or like, they go out with friends, they go holiday. Then when they get attached, right? Suddenly, like, every single story is just about their partner. Like, the dates that they go on, or like, like, you say something very, very sweet, or like you screenshot some really quite jialat. Then like, then I'm like, oh my god, this is the content that I don't like. I never asked for. Then I just swipe. But after a while, I'm like, should I just unfollow this person? Okay, but this is like the.
Then do you feel like you're very downer for thinking that way? The person really in love, what?
Yeah, you can be in love lah, but don't have to like make
It's
it
your
your
whole
whole.
world lah.
Yeah, it's your whole personality.
But if actually the
only thing on your
person
feed.
never really use Instagram, so got other things going on in his or her life, just don't post about it lah. But every time go out with the boyfriend, very happy, so we'll post.
Okay lah, you do you lah. Like, it's your Instagram feed lah. I cannot control what you post. But okay, like maybe when it gets like, okay, let's say it's a close friend, right? And then maybe all you talk about is like this person.
Okay,
Yeah.
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 Oh yes, and there are
Then
people
sometimes
like
you
that.
feel like, I think a bit like what Faith mentioned, like your one was like they talk about like house, or like topics that you may not really be not saying interested in, but also you don't really know.
Yeah, you're
how
not
to
in that
comment.
world
Yeah.
yet lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that would drive a wedge in the friendships.
I have had friends who disappear periodically lah when they get into a relationship. Then they appear when they break up.
Oh.
Okay lor, to me, I
You'll
accept
still
that
take
you
them
are, this is your pattern, but I'm there. So I won't
Wow.
really like, okay, because you disappeared once, then you're not a friend to me anymore because you stopped meeting my need in a
Yeah.
certain season and then I move on. To me, that's not really how I see friendship. So I will be there when you come
Yeah.
back. But to be honest, I will remember and kind of know that you may have the chance of disappearing on me lah.
Yeah.
And it's
You
a bit
readjust
disappointing.
Readjust your
Yeah,
expectation.
it's a bit disappointing, but it adjusts my expectation of you when you get into a relationship. Yeah. So maybe you're not my ride or die. Because if you have a partner, then maybe you really are just not there for me. But it's okay lah. I will be there for you lor. Even if you are not there for me sometimes.
Wow. Actually, that is like the test of friendship,
Yeah.
right? When your friends choose to maybe not listen to you, or they choose to
Yeah.
disappear for a bit,
Yeah.
but yet you still choose to be there lah. Like, it's the
Yes.
loyalty part.
Yeah, I think it's a test of you as a friend actually. Yeah. one thought I also had is something that I've been thinking about recently. I feel there's room to learn to embrace different forms of friendship and different forms of showing up. So for example, I think as a person, like I grew up with quite a small inner circle of close friends. So when I have a small inner circle of close friends, right? Like it's like all my needs are met in one person, for example. So if I only have 3 close friends, all 3 of them meet my needs. And it's not 33%, 33%, 33%, it's 100,
More.
right? So I feel because I had that experience growing up, right? Then when I grow older and maybe because of life circumstances or my friends also have significant others in their life, sometimes it can feel like then they don't have space they're no longer that person that I go to. Or I don't seem to be that person that they go to. And it's very easy to write off, for example, the friend who last time always tell me a lot of things, now don't tell me anything, then feel like, actually maybe she has forgotten about me. But actually I feel things are not so, it's not so like dichotomous. It's not always so black and white. For example, there may be times where if I'm in need of something and I reach out for help and that friend actually shows up for me in that moment, just that maybe she's not the friend that is texting me every single day. She's not the person that if I need help to process something right now, she can come online and talk to me. But she still shows up for me in her own way. And I feel part of growing older and navigating through the different changes in our life circumstances is learning to identify different ways in which people can show up for you and learning to be grateful for that. We don't need to really have that one friend who meets your needs in every single way because there's a super high bar to live up to when you grow older and there's so much more on your plate. There are other people you need to care for, aging parents and things like that. But to me, I'm learning that actually if I'm more open-minded in the way I learn to identify what showing up looks like, right? I actually stand to benefit, because I'm a lot more grateful for many forms of care and I get to see how enriching it is to have so many different kinds of friendship. So I feel maybe that's one of the things to think about as we go through different changes with our friends also.
Last time it's all like frequency, same school, stay nearby.
I tell everything to one person. That kind of thing.
Yeah. And then as we get older, like going through adulting, we start to see actually we can still keep our friends. You can still be friends for life, just that it will look different.
Yeah. I have one more question to kind of like talk about your experiences. I mean, we talked a lot about your past, how you navigated the point when your friends got into a relationship. I'm wondering as you look into the future, right?
Yep.
Let's say more and more of your friends really get attached or married and you continue to be single. Do you think that's something that will be difficult for you to navigate?
Because I think just now I also mentioned, at the start, didn't really feel much. Then over time, I felt more. So I would imagine that, if this continues, I think that the struggle of maybe feeling a bit like left behind, everyone is like moving ahead with their lives. I think it will be more and more apparent. So I've reflected about this quite a lot in my life. And I think I come to be thankful also. For the season that I'm in. So I think some context is in the past, I'm like really boy crazy. Like there was once me and my friend, so that close friend, right, that I had a chat with over Zoom. So we went to like Greece together. So like I remember when we were on a boat to an island, then we were counting how many guys I liked last time in secondary school. It's like, wow, one hand not enough. It's crazy. So it's like, okay, that was my past. So I think as I see how like I felt like I had that thought last time because maybe I felt like, I couldn't find such a love. Be it in family or even like friends, it's not enough. Like, and everything doesn't seem to be enough. That I needed to find that kind of satisfaction and companion in a guy. So I mean, always need to text some guy. If not, I'll feel like, wow, my phone very empty. Like I got nothing to do. So I think, so that was like how I was. But I think in this period of singleness, I really see how God changed my heart. I felt like God's love truly filled me up. That made me realize that, got no guy text me. It's like I'm not like, just like so depressed all the time. Like very sad about it. But then I feel like I have this companionship with God. That I really treasure. That I mean, I feel it even shapes the way I see relationships also. That if I were to get into one, I feel like I hold it as a gift.
Yeah.
something to be enjoyed. Whereas last time I feel like if I was the old me, I would like literally crush the guy with all my expectations, like
Yeah.
wanting him to like fulfill like every need or to read my mind. Yeah, so I felt like these were some things that I realized, and I'm very thankful for. That actually even as all the friends around me get attached and I'm happy for them, sometimes I have some negative feelings and struggles within me. But I'm thankful for the journey, that I'm on, that God has brought me on. And also, I mean, honestly, I feel like I'm not in lack lah. I feel like I have a very rich and like full life.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's filled with meaning, purpose. People I love.
I mean, definitely it will be challenging. Yeah. Many people around you get attached, and then like if you have the desire to want to get attached and you don't see it happening. As in, I feel like the people getting attached is it's a trigger or a scenario. But at the end of the day, it's you yourself and like your thoughts about singleness, your perspective. And I mean, I think right now I'm like kind of enjoying this season of singleness. Of course, I do have a desire to get attached, but I think I learn not to force things and learn to observe. And like if you see certain traits that you think, I think not be too quick to jump the gun, or like, I mean, share with my brothers and like get their thoughts. And I think I'm not at a place where I'm like I'm so emotional that I gotta like act quickly. But I think I also learn to not compare, because I think like a lot of people, for example, like would think of my age, you should be having a partner. But I think like a lot of people don't know what you go through also. And everyone has a different journey. So I'm happy for my friends, but I also know like my time will come, and like it's not, I also don't want to be that bad friend that like when they rejoicing, I don't rejoice with them. Like learn to look
Celebrate.
past your stuff. And
Right.
I think that's what friendship is all about.
And
Yeah.
okay, I think just to add on, because I think we are just sharing our personal perspectives, right? But then I'm also thinking, moving forward, like as more of our friends get attached or married, okay, actually by then we'll be married, I guess. Then I guess that takes a different form. Like in our friendship, and I think that's when so I have a friend who recently got married. Then it was quite cute lah, cause when I entered her house for the first time, then she was like, "Hey, this room, spare room, that mattress, if you want to stay over, like you can stay over." So I mean, I thought that was quite sweet, cause even as sometimes I may feel that okay, their life is progressing and it feels like I'm left behind, they remind me that I'm still a part of their lives.
Yeah, that's so nice.
I'm like never left behind.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so I think that's quite important lah. It's not just my own reflections, but I think it's the people around me. That makes it safe also. For me to journey through such a season and see the good in it. See the fullness in it. I feel like they show me God's love also lah.
Do you guys have any like maybe thoughts or last words that you might want to just leave with like our audience? And you can choose to speak to people who are single, to the attached people, whatever it is.
Okay, to the people who are attached. I feel like I have been a very blessed recipient of friends who are sensitive. And I think just the thought and heart of it actually makes a huge world of difference already. I think what single friends are expecting is not that you hang out with them every day. I guess we all have our lives and we all know that. But I think just being sensitive to how they feel, even just checking in, like, hey, how are you? In this season. And I thought of one example. Which I mean, I did feel that friend was very sensitive towards me. So it's actually now is the husband of my very close friend, the Zoom friend. So I'm just referring to the same friend, right? So there was once it was their first Valentine's. And of course they're supposed to spend it together, right? I mean, it's their relationship. But then the guy had to go sailing. So he couldn't be there. So I was like, okay, now I'll stand in and be her pseudo boyfriend, But then after he's like, hey, the sail cancelled or postponed. Then I mean, of course I'll be fine. Like, okay, you can continue on with your date and your plans and your first like Valentine's together. But and it was something that me and the girl talked about. And I told her I'm completely cool. Like, please go and enjoy. I want you to enjoy also. Yeah. But then a few days later, she texted me saying that, she discussed with the guy. Yeah. And then they decided that this Valentine's we'll be spending it together. The three of us. And then we went to East Coast Park McDonald's where they have very cute heart shape. Whoa, and then we even took a picture together, the three of us. Okay? The Valentine is not it's not two of them. It's three of us together.
You in the middle of them.
No, I think I was at the side. Had to know my place, Like, I'm pushing it. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, then, so I mean, the whole day was very nice. Not the whole day, the whole night was very nice. I mean, I didn't expect that I would be spending Valentine's in this way with a couple. Yeah, and to top it off, right, towards the end of the night, the guy even gave me a flower. Yeah, of course the girl's bouquet is much nicer. and it should be this way. I will scold him already. I'm like, what are you doing?
He also know his place.
Yeah, he knows his place. Yeah. So it's like, yeah. But then I appreciate that he was so sensitive. Yeah, that like, the fact that, she has a flower, she has a boyfriend. I felt like he was very sensitive to how I felt also. Yeah, as a single, spending Valentine's Day. Yeah, and yeah, I feel like that's a memory that I will never forget my whole life. Yeah, one person's sensitivity. I mean, them as a couple, how they're so sensitive and loving. I felt that really made an impact in me and helped me to trust this friendship. That no matter what happens, even if next time they have kids and then they're busy, I feel like I will still trust them. Yeah, so I think sensitivity.
I mean, you got a mattress in their house already.
And she can sleep with the kid.
Are you the friend or the nanny?
Part-time nanny.
Babysitter.
I realized that like in my friend clique with the five of us, it takes everyone to clap to make it work. And I think it's not always like that everyone just enjoys each other's presence. But I think if like single or attached, we learn to look out for our other friends and like put ourselves in their shoes. And sometimes people just need some encouragement. Or like, yeah. So I think if we all just learn to not just think about ourselves, but think about other people, I think
Yeah, that's so true.
the world will be a better place, and our friendship will be so much more fulfilling.
It's true.
Yeah, I feel like we should break the whole how to say like I think if let's say we are friends with someone long enough, we will know like whether they feel a bit paiseh or whether they are like they are more anti-confrontational or are okay to share their feelings. And I feel like whether you are the one that's single or whether you're the one attached, right, we can always initiate these kind of conversations. I don't think we need to be scared or paiseh. Yeah, so I think when Faith shared about how she initiated that Zoom convo, right, I think like if I was your friend, I'll be so thankful that I really appreciate friends who can point out not just my blind spots, but to be honest about how they feel. Because I think honesty is such a great trait of friendship. Yeah, and then for me also, like for those that are attached, right, I think like even more, like after hearing from both of you, like a lot of like the internal struggles that y'all go through, like I feel I also got something to learn, which is to always continue to initiate meetups. To help our single friends know that we want to be available. We will make time. We are busy, but we will make time for you. And it's not just when you ask, because sometimes it's very hard to ask, right? Because we don't want to take up, people's time or schedule. Yeah, so I feel for me, like I will always still want to ask my single friends out.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing to add. I think you guys have summed it up perfectly. I feel today's conversation, we covered quite a wide range of both your personal stories. I'm personally very encouraged by the way you guys have navigated your friendships and the communication. And I feel, I mean, to be honest, it's normal to figure things out on the go. Yeah, and I don't think we need to get it right all the time. But the saving grace there is that there's always room to communicate. There's always room to fall back on past experiences and past history with our friends and reevaluate how we want to rebuild this friendship at every transition in life. Because if you're going to be friends for life, there's going to be many transitions.
Yeah, and I think you should always rebuild. Don't always rely on, the good old times.
It's true.
You have to keep working on your friendships.
And to be fair, I think our experiences today are because I'm married, but I don't have kids. So I think if let's say I have kids, right, actually it will really change the dynamic of like my time, how much I can hang out with my friends and things like that. And And that is yet another transition lah. And I
Yeah.
think I will be quite sad if I become a mom and my friends who are not moms feel like, okay, then you don't have time for me, you don't want to spend time with me already. And they move on from me. Yeah, you know? So I feel
Yeah.
that does happen sometimes in a reverse order as well, where
Yep,
we think
yep.
that our friends who have a new person in their life move on without us. But maybe they also feel like we moved on to other freer people because we are no longer free for them. Yeah, so,
So
it's a bit of a
completely.
two-way thing, which is why I think it comes back down to that communication, deciding that, and I'm speaking this to myself as an anti-confrontational person, some things are worth communicating and fighting for,
Yeah.
and we just
Yeah.
got to decide together like, how we're going to approach this friendship.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So we hope that you enjoyed this episode. And if you are in a situation like that, we hope that you can have some good conversations with the friends who matter a lot to you. And
Yep.
we really sincerely hope that through every transition in life, you will be able to enjoy such enriching friendships.
Yep.
Wishing that for ourselves as well.
Yes.
So if you like this episode, you can give us a like. You can subscribe to our channel. You can also send this episode to somebody who you think might enjoy it. You can find our content on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And you can also find us on social media at ngl.people on Instagram and TikTok. We also have a Telegram channel where we share behind the scenes footage of our filming and we share information of our upcoming episodes as well as parties. So thank you for joining us for this episode and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.